And of all the games that we saw Bliss play in Stage 1, Border for me was their best map. My favorite map. My most enjoyable map with Jigsaw on the entry. I'm keen to see how they play it this time around. Oda's probably going to fulfill that role.
Oda's had a haircut and a shave. Has he gone on a date?
He's getting ready for the major.
Yeah. Or are they going though?
Wow.
We'll have to wait and see probably until the last play day when they take on Triple R.
Kaken's driving in a car. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
He had a little toy car.
Was it? It wasn't as good as Pinky Shimmy from the last game.
No, that was clean.
What's the goal here for Desire in this game, right? Because for Bliss, we know what it is. I think we've pretty much made that clear throughout the night and throughout really the stage. They should win this comfortably, yada yada, round differential. What's the goal for Desire?
Try not to get absolutely slaughtered, because this has the potential to be a blowout game, like a very serious chance of being a blowout game. I think on Border as well, if Team Bliss are super relentless on defense, it's going to be a tough old game. So they just need to try to chip away, get a couple of rounds. I really just want to see them play some good Siege, because we actually have seen it from time to time from Desire. It hasn't been particularly consistent, and that's, again, completely understandable for the context of this team and how it was formed. So if we can just see a couple of glimpses of brilliance from them, I'll take that. I think for them, that's a W.
Yeah, I think probably 2-3 rounds or so should be at least considered good. Also, it's maybe not so much about the rounds, but yeah, the way that they play. Can they contend with Bliss inside of the server, especially on a map like Border, which does sort of lean itself into the current meta of that sort of TDM style. And I think Bliss will be pretty comfortable on a map like this. Straight away onto the Oryx, and you know that they're probably going to be aggressive. So final game of the day for the Oceania League. Bliss looking to sort of match, maybe even better, what we saw earlier from Rapid Response Regiment in their rather comfortable victory earlier on Cafe. This is the last one to close out for tonight. Looking ahead, there's some interesting matches, of course, tomorrow. Likes of Carlton's Knights, Odium, Aerial Arise also involved in a pretty good matchup. So all of them sort of fighting tomorrow once again as we return. And Desire attacking here on Border. They bring the ramp, the Finker Lion combination plus ramp. Interesting. It's kind of like a little bit fast, but also slow at the same time. Nothing too crazy from Bliss either. A lot of the bands also, you would imagine, pretty content with those. It does leave the Valkyrie available along with the Azami, both of which I imagine will get a bit of a workout here on Border.
Now, for me, the big storyline I'm leaning into is not necessarily will Bliss win, it's more so how much can they win by, and can they gain a slim advantage on at least the round differential compared to Triple R. There's a very real world in which both Team Bliss and Triple R finish on the same amount of points at the end of the stage if Triple R make a mistake. So the round differential will be critical as it is the first tie breaker. Can't break that tie though, it's 4v4. Very early trade, unfortunately. We won't see the Ram play any further part in this round. Loyal gets a little bit aggressive over towards Archives. Wedables looks to stamp his authority now in the round and will swing. Zethi pulling out a grenade, I believe. Caught off guard. And now Bliss with the advantage.
Yeah, and it was a pretty good early kill as well to get rid of Oda. Wedables with some good information, has to push forward. Does get the kill on Version. And in the end, the round just ends up being rather one-sided despite Desire getting an opening kill onto Oda. The rest just can't able to match what Loyal was able to sort of achieve early on, and Kaken now just outside on the exterior. And there's still 1.5 minutes remaining in the round, but this is not really the time for a timeout either. It's the first round, mate. Come on.
Go for the clutch.
Go for it. Come on, Kaken.
Now he's being patient. He's trying to wait for someone to give him the pick, but this is Team Bliss. They are not going to give you anything for free. Kaken is saying he has gone fishing. This looks like a location where you would probably not find a lot of fish, though. It's a very dry part of the world, Border. Not really a lot of water.
Not a lot of water on Border. See what I did there?
You're a poet?
And I know it.
Well, yeah, I was going to say you're a poet and you didn't even know it, but you kind of did.
Yeah.
So that...
I'm not going to lie. I'm actually a little bit annoyed at Kaken. Come on, mate. It's the opening round. Like...
Just go for it. Like, seriously.
Just do something. You're not going to lose anything if you die here. I think in his world, he probably wanted like 1 or 2 to run out and get a little bit bored.
Yeah, it's not going to happen though. This is Team Bliss. This is not a ranked game.
I will watch over us. Perimeter defense online.
We'll see it play out. Let the game do the talking.
Oh, he got one. I was kind of half expecting him to just run straight back outside, take the one, get the better KD, call it a day.
5 seconds remaining.
He's not exactly wanting to push forward. He is actually just about ready to run back outside, and in the end, he dies anyway to Fisher. So he wastes a minute 40 to die anyway.
I grew 3 more grey hairs during that round.
Oh my goodness.
Kaken.
We could have finished this whole game by now.
Naughty boy.
Kaken.
Hope he caught something with his fishing rod. Because it was certainly not the round win.
Well, I mean, talking about the round itself, which was basically over within a minute. Yeah, opening kill and Desire were able to sort of go 1 for 1. It was a 4 versus 4. They got rid of Oda, who we know is obviously playing very well at the moment. Arguably at the peak of his career throughout 2023. But from that point onwards, the next 3 kills just go the way of Bliss rather comfortably, rather easily.
Defenders, protect your bombs.
Someone's got a toaster or something. I don't know. That took a little while to get in.
Someone needs to get an SSD.
Come on.
They clearly do not have an SSD, which is just wasting more time. Could that be a tactic there? I don't know.
Could that be a tactic? Don't think too deep, mate.
No.
Don't think
We'll
too
go down
deep.
the rabbit hole. Yeah, okay. So round 2, over towards Workshop then for this particular round. We are not going to Tellers for the second round, which is perhaps in some eyes a little bit unusual.
Is it?
Yeah, typically you would want to go Tellers.
Yep, okay.
But Workshop equally, it's not a particularly awful site. So see how Team Bliss look to deal with that. It is going to be reliant though on control up above. So you can see the vert being established here by Fisher Guide, deployable shield facing the exterior wall alongside the mirror window. So if Desire want to get in towards the objective and think about a plant, they're probably going to need to contest this control up above.
Yep. Yeah, I'm expecting a bit of a focus as well over towards top east stairs, waiting room, clear those kind of positions as well, and then eventually get the rest of the top 4 maybe pushed away from there. They could go direct. Not really the sort of lineup that they've brought for that, though.
Oh,
Although, actually, I say that, and Version just sends it straight into server on the Ash. We'll see whether or not this will work. There are downsides to this kind of play. Of course, you don't have the vert. The Boogie Auto Breacher went out, and the sound from that certainly masking the push from Desire. Kaken, is he going to get this plant down successfully? I believe he will be. He does sit there, though, on it. So 3 versus 3, but the plant is down. Retake now for Bliss. We know every round is so important for their round differential. Brendo, he loses his life, but it's 3 now for Loyal. 3 versus 2 now. Desire surely are about to find an early round win against Team Bliss. Sage drops down and has got Oda with him. Oda, that's Sage though, that goes into Whiff City. Finally lands though. 2 versus 2, 15 seconds. Oda once again does nothing. He's 0-2 and he got meleeed by Loyal. Loyal to finish it off. Yes, he does. It's a double fist bump from Kaken as well. He's pumped up. Oh, and some fast claps as well. Desire have a round against Team Bliss.
yeah, really well played there by Version. Able to get deep in towards the objective, but then continue to have an impact. Team Bliss could not contain that threat. It finally came to a head when Sage was able to drop him, but then left in the 1 versus 2. So some good aggression there from Desire. They saw that entry in towards the objective was a clear pathway. There was no util in the way, no goo mine to stop him, or at least to slow him down. So slight oversight there from Team Bliss, and I think also highlighting some of the weaknesses that site has to offer. You can have the most extravagant extension up above, but if you leave weaknesses direct towards site, it's the underdog team that's going to take that. And in some respects, that does harp back to the Knights bank game for me when it comes to Team Bliss, is you can have
Knights bank game. Oh,
the Carlton's Knights.
I thought you were going really far back.
No. My memory's not that good. Where they have intricate defensive setups that may work into more advanced teams that are going to play into it, but there can also be then weaknesses that arise if you are taking on super simple one-dimensional pushes. So Team Bliss here need to be careful that they're not outplaying themselves.
5 seconds to insertion.
All right, settle down, man. It's only the second round.
It's just something to note for the future, Jake.
No worries.
Locate
I think they'll be fine.
Our future selves are already talking about it, though, in the present.
But who won the game? We don't know yet.
Could be Desire. If Desire win this game, does this just, like, put a line through Bliss? Even if it goes... Actually, what about even if Bliss win an OT? Because then they'll be 3 points behind
What are they doing?
Triple R.
What are they doing?
What are they doing? I've been looking at you, and we've now seen that Bailey and Code pushing through customs has a cohesive unit. Again, though, direct is key for them. Not looking to sort of just waste a lot of time, not playing too much into the vert game either. They are very much looking to play a horizontal game mode tonight, at least here on Border to start with. And look to see whether or not anyone from Team Bliss wants to engage with them. So far, the answer to that is no, but they've opened up some interesting sightlines in towards Archives.
So again, Desire not wanting to play into that top floor hold, at least not initially. They're looking for an opening here for one of these entries to capitalize upon, whether it be Bailey or Zethy. Loyal as well, also in quite an advanced position over towards Passport. Spots the head, but that is sharp. That is a really nice shot from Brendo, but it's immediately traded back. Bailey probes, but he gets shut down. Sage under pressure, but he performs like he always does.
Still a scrappy round unfolding here. A lot of time remaining for Desire. They've got some information. Fisher guy holding close left, but it's Oda that finds an angle up above, and that's why the vert is so important. It's why the horizontal takes aren't necessarily always the best kind of takes. 2 versus 4 for Kaken and Zethy. Kaken was, well, evidently extremely excited with what happened in the last round. I don't think he's going to be excited with the situation that has unfolded in this round. And now loses his life to Sage. It's a 1v4. And unfortunately for Desire, they find themselves in a position where this round really did never offer anything for them. Completely ignored upstairs, completely ignored the more conventional take. Tried something a bit different, and it has evidently failed.
Yeah, there's a bit of a traffic jam there for Desire. Perhaps if they had their time again, they maybe would have sent someone elsewhere, like a top east lurk or window into sight maybe. Because they got a decent bit of ground and attracted the attention there of Team Bliss. Unfortunately, they just got caught in that crossfire through waiting room. And that's credit to Bliss. They don't let their opponents cheese them 2 rounds in a row. Tellers will go their way, and we prepare for round 4.
So a quick response from Team Bliss in that 3rd round after losing the 2nd round. In a bit of an unconventional manner, all things considered. So, yeah, Desire have one on the board, but Team Bliss still firmly in control of this particular match of Border. Armory and Archives is where they're going to be heading back to in this 4th round, where it was won last time pretty comfortably by Team Bliss as well. So, still Desire obviously come into this game probably a little bit free and happy to just come in, swing corners and try and play a little bit loose and a little bit fun. And sometimes fast as well, as we saw in that 2nd round. It's not always going to work, but Border as a map can sort of open it up to that kind of gameplay. I think Team Bliss, though, going to be far too good over the course of the long haul, but maybe there's a chance it might work every now and then for Desire just to pinch a couple of rounds. This ends up 7-3, 7-4. I wouldn't necessarily be overly surprised if that's the case.
In position.
Round number 4. Team Bliss going back to the primary site. So probably expecting them to win this round. I think round 5 is probably going to shape up to be a little bit more intriguing. Whether or not Team Bliss want to dabble back over towards Workshop, they'll probably be left with no other option unless they want to go to Customs, and good luck there. Although, you know, a team of their stature should already have a setup ready for that if they want to bring it out. Really come down to whoever's leading the calls at the moment for them. For Desire, they have certainly come in with a game plan of finding the easiest point to enter in the map and then basically stacking it and trying to just overwhelm that particular point of the map and hoping it then opens up into other attacking opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're putting too much thought into the way that they want to sort of attack these sites. Overwhelm certain positions, as he said, through sheer numbers. Certainly can work, but getting into the map's not always the easiest, and Version finds that out through Brendo. Holding well over towards top lane, he gets that kill on the Azami. Really good position to hold with that operator. Obviously, finding that early kill for Bliss does sort of demean the ability for Desire to just snowball as a group. Oda gets on the board, up to 2 now for him. They do lose Fisho, but still an advantage for Team Bliss overall. 4 versus 3 inside of the server at the moment.
Yeah, not getting value there from the Ossa. As Zethi tried to place that shield down, Oda perfectly lands just enough shots to be able to get that kill. So Team Bliss now with the advantage, and they will not throw this away lightly. Sage does fall though. He's certainly not the man that I would have posted up to be the player to give Desire an opportunity back into the round. Gemini gets sent forward over towards Archives, but it can't get in towards the site. Caught on the vault. Brendo, Sage's brother, does respond, however. So halfway into the round, a 2v3, Bailey low on HP.
Yeah, it's been this way, though, for pretty much the majority of the round, where you're kind of constantly seeing Team Bliss have that player advantage, and once again compounded there with Wedables finding the kill on to Bailey. So 1 versus 3 now makes life very difficult from Kaken. And his perspective, once again, I probably expect him to just waste a minute of our time.
Please go for it. And go for it early. He'll push forward. He's probably thinking through his mind that someone is likely inside of security, but unfortunately for him, he is wrong. Brendo Fountain has a pretty cursed keeper barrier set up to deal with, as Kaken, he himself will deal with the default camera. Contemplates a couple of different options, but as time dwindles, he really only has 2. Either push office or push top main. If Gumai doesn't help his cause, he'll have to pull that out. But he needs to get some headway here and try to break across. Easier said than done, and clearly there's no information inside of CCTV, so Kaken's going in blind. The whole map still dirty, really. Only 2 drones remain for Desire, and clearly not a lot of information available. But there is for the defense, and Sage can call that out. Now spotted over towards 90. Kaken conscious of the flank. Into red time we go. And Wedables will close it out.
Yeah, as expected. I mean, really, the round as a whole was always pretty much confidently held by Bliss. They always had that ever slight advantage throughout the game.
If I hedge my bets, we're going back to Workshop. We are. We're going back to Workshop. It shouldn't be all too challenging to correct some of the mistakes we saw previously, or at least counter perhaps the way that Desire may look to play the round again, which will be some kind of quick entry around the map. And yeah, double trap, so Capcan and Legion in play. So depending on where Oda elects to place his devices, it's probably going to be quite challenging for Desire to repeat what we saw last time. And if you weren't here, Desire just basically all sent it through front door, able to get control. It was largely headed by Version, who got a couple of really nice picks. And then, though, did look a little bit shaky. However, they made good on that ground that they were able to find, and Team Bliss couldn't find a way back in. From outside of that round, though, it's been pretty much the Bliss show, as we expected in this matchup. And for Team Bliss, it's all about having as dominant a win as possible. Round differential continues to be a factor.
Deploying heartbeat sensor. EDD mounted. Let them come.
So 1-3 scoreline at the moment. Team Bliss firmly in control of this game. Don't want to be dropping too many rounds, though, in, of course, the event that it does come down to that round differential with the rapid response regiment. That drone, I don't know if that actually got destroyed or not. Either way, those 6 have already been destroyed. Make that 7. 3 remain for Desire. 2.5 minutes. Guys, that might be a new record. 2.5 minutes remain. There's only 3 drones left. And it's about to be 2. 2 drones left. What am I watching?
Find entry point. Everybody enter that same entry point. That is strategy. That is Desire.
I find hole. We go through hole.
Yes.
We pro. Is that the outside?
I mean, Bliss banned the Solace, yet they're still farming drones, which is insane.
Yeah. That's bizarre.
The round's again. The round's already over. A minute in.
Unless Kaken has something to say with it, he starts in Passport. He makes his way forward into the map. 1 minute 40 remaining. Obviously, Version is down. Yeah, and then my Cake is dead. He just
Okay.
he tried to knife Version.
That's not very nice.
That's not very
It would have been his first kill of the game, though.
Jeez, that's also not very nice. He could still find one here.
I hope Bliss actually do start to get a little bit impatient here and just close out the rounds, because these are just taking way too long. No bonus points for finishing it early.
Let's sit for a minute doing nothing in a 1v4. He started getting hot enough for down like he can hear me. I
Maybe
like
he
that.
can.
Yeah, maybe he can.
Hey, Zethy, get a kill if you can hear us.
Go on, Zethy. Oh! Oh! I thought he was going to kill himself.
Well, he almost did.
Oh, God. Should have just sat there, honestly, and taken the frag. Peek. Oh, there you go. There you go, son.
Add that one to the show reel.
Have you heard of the story of Zethy?
It was a 1v4,
And
then he died.
And then he died.
as expected.
Nah, it's all just a little bit. Got my one. There you go. Hey, you did take it one. He got it.
He delivered.
He delivered on his promise.
I'd add him to the stack.
1-4. We're going to the 6th round. This will be 1-5, and I imagine this will be over pretty soon. Just bizarre entry. It's hard to sort of take them seriously if they're also just playing like that.
It's just too one-dimensional. Oh,
Nice little tap.
jeez.
To be fair, that was like Brendo's like 2nd or 3rd peak there behind the chassis, so he
He was very eager to get this
Yeah.
game over and done with. I don't really blame him. So we prep then for round 6, back to Tellers. Where will Desire enter the building from this round? That's basically the game we're playing. And how long will it take for Bliss to cut it down? The secondary storyline as well is how many drones are going to survive the round. Because the drone economy from Desire has been not great.
not great. No, a little bit all over the place. I mean, they lost, I think it was like 7 or 8. I think it was 7. 2.5 minutes. Sorry.
Oh, you just hit me.
Sorry, accidentally.
Ow.
I get expressive with my hands sometimes.
Dev threw a marker at me. You've just whacked me in the face.
10 seconds left.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Bliss,
4 drones, by the way, they lost in the prep phase.
it's not really even solid practice for them either. There's not much they can really take from this kind of game, to be completely honest. So I think this will just be a case of the formalities of moving forward. Obviously, Desire, yeah, towards the bottom of the standings. Bliss wanting to go to the major. They got bigger fish to fry. I almost said frish. And I'm tangled up on my chair somehow.
Well, I'll let you sort that out and I'll take the action. Bailey taken low, currently outside on the exterior archive stairs. As Desire look to poke and prod their way around the map to try and find some control. Heavily contested though by Bliss, getting aggressive as expected. Brendo on mezzanine, facing towards the south, and there's a triple stack outside for Desire. Oda falls first, but Zethy gets caught off guard. The Blackbeard shield does not do a lot to salvage that situation for him.
What can Loyal find along with Bailey? This is absolutely tense stuff right now.
Tantalizing.
Where the balls to swing. Obviously, the logic bomb just went out from Version. Bailey gets the response, though. Where the balls was not aware that Bailey was there. At this point, Bliss probably should be, considering the amount of stacking that Desire have done in this match. 3 versus 3. And the first time in this half where really we've got a close round.
Well, there's a minute to go, and we don't know who's going to win the round. So that's already
That's a bonus.
an upgrade from the first 5.
Yeah, that's something. We'll take it. Brando over towards security. Once again, Kaken's just kind of by himself, not able to get a response there as Fisher finds the kill onto Version. 3 versus 2. Bailey and Kaken in a 2v3. 60 seconds left, and he makes his way through bot waiting towards the rotate hole, of course, where Fisher guy finds himself prone. These just little loafers, though, are sticking out. If Kaken wants to make his way in. And Kaken gets the kill 2 versus 2. Can Bliss hold on to win this round?
User has been
Big fight won though by Brendo. Bailey in towards bathroom. Does not have the diffuser. It was Kaken that was carrying that heavy load. 30 seconds is now remaining for Bailey to make a name for himself. And no one from Bliss is giving him an inch, nothing. No movement, just pings and noise. They understand where he is, they play off of it.
seconds left.
Bliss are not messing around.
10 seconds remaining.
And just like that, Sage pounces on his prey. Good little way to close things out for Team Bliss. A dominant half.
I can't believe it.
I can.
What is happening here? 5-1 to Bliss.
Kind of expected though, wasn't it?
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, pretty much.
They're
Incredibly
not in the F
expected.
tier anymore.
No, where are they now? Is it A?
I don't know. Tune in tomorrow night. I'm sure Brandy will be watching it.
Armory Archive to start the second half. And look, obviously we're just having a little bit of fun with this one. Desire did a little bit better in that round. Obviously they were able to actually win quite a lot of these 1v1s and played the map quite a bit better than a lot of the other rounds in that opening half. But obviously from here, Bliss, yeah, they've been far too good.
Attackers need to locate
5-1
and
lead.
use as many bombs as they can.
The question is now, can they close this one out 7-1? If they do, they will have a round differential lead over Triple R, which is
It's
is
the biggest takeaway from this match, really. I mean, there's kind of like 3 different scenarios it comes down to, right? Triple R do not put a foot wrong, they beat Bliss, so it doesn't matter. There's also the world in which Bliss can actually jump ahead of Triple R in points on the standings, so again, the tiebreaker doesn't matter. But if there's like a couple of weird results here and there leading into that game, there's every world in which they walk out of the final play day drawn on points, Team Bliss, Triple R, then goes down to the tiebreaker, the first of which is round differential, which currently as we stand, Team Bliss would be beating them on. They came into the night even +7, and Team Bliss, if they keep this up, will walk away far ahead of that, and far ahead of where Triple R ended up tonight. Nitro over the top, but it got shot out.
I will watch over us. Perimeter defense is active. Popping mag!
Loyal. What's he cooking over here in towards Ply? I thought maybe he was going to go for something cheeky onto Fisho.
Adding some protection from grenades.
Not to be.
Perimeter defense active. Setting up a sequential
Oh my god, that buzzy noise is actually annoying me.
loading new mag!
Wedables gets the opening kill onto Loyal, who was lurking around that supply area, eventually does lose his life. And Team Bliss have got themselves an early advantage.
So a 5 versus 4 then for Team Bliss. Quite the position they find themselves in. Don't get too excited over there, mate. Just a 5v4. Oda could make it a 5v3 though. Zethy.
When he's needed the most, Oda arises to the occasion.
Even the desk is getting excited over that one. I will say as well, quick note, Wedables is having a bit of a banging game as well. 9-4. Not too shabby whatsoever. Sage as well, posting good numbers. Pretty much been a farm here for Team Bliss. Cake and Bailey, 2v5. And we'll see them poke and prod for a little while longer, but Brendo puts Bailey out of his misery.
Have you heard of the story of Cake and Capalot? Down 1v5 against the almighty Team Bliss. He had 60 seconds left on the clock, and then he died.
We gotta stop doing this. Rob did it. Well, actually, it was someone else did it first. Then Rob copied that particular
Yeah,
person.
but we meme it. We just have fun
And now
with
it's
it.
just a meme.
It's just a meme. Ah, well, 6-1. Bliss are going to finish this one off very quickly, and it looks as if I had a little peek over. The couch is getting ready.
Loading new mag!
They're
Putting the chairs away.
putting the chairs away.
Butts on the couch.
Butts on the couch. Chairs away, Rob.
He's utterly enthralled in this match,
Yes.
as we all are.
Well, it's been a game of Siege.
Probably going to be the least action-packed border I've ever watched.
I would, yeah, dare say so.
In the most
Especially
respectful way
considering
possible.
the like first 2-3 rounds of the half just ended with like a 1v4 where the one for
Defenders
Desire was just sitting outside for like a minute and a half, like 2-3 times. Oh well, comes down to this. Potentially the final round.
The final round.
The final round
of the count.
of the count here of what should be 7-1
Can Team
to see
Bliss,
who is the one.
Can Bliss walk away with the medal in hand?
Could they? We'll have to wait and see. I should warn people, they're not going to the major off this game.
No.
There is actually a lot more Siege
But
to play.
we've got to keep it exciting somehow, guys.
It's got to be exciting.
Because you're not going to be farming your drops because the game's about to end.
10 seconds to insert.
Oh, true, I forgot about that. Let's go to Zaya.
5 seconds
Woo,
remaining.
woo, comeback time.
Yeah.
Send this one to OT. No, please don't.
Could you imagine?
No, I could
Whoa,
not.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay.
I haven't seen that spawn peak in about 5 years.
Attackers have located
And for
a
good
bomb.
reason.
What is the reason? Enlighten us.
Because it's not a very good run out.
Done. Cool. Move on.
There's no one even out there to be
No.
run outs upon.
Deploying the drone.
It's not like you can really take much from this game at all. For Bliss, job done, I guess, like that they were able to just win the way we probably expected them to actually win, which is in a very dominant fashion. But it's not even like it's been that dominant. Weatherballs has been amazing. He's dropped 10. Oda has 4 kills this whole game. So it's not even like Oda's just farmed them. It's been actually a bit of a team effort from Bliss. Fair play to them. It's not all about one player. It is about the team.
Yep. Certainly is in siege. So an engagement here out towards Archives. Bailey, Zethi, aggressive on the window. Team Bliss may look to be fairly direct here, and Fisher Guy leading the charge on the Monty in the face of 4 defenders inside of Archives. It's a mini massacre, a 4v4. Trades go out, but a nade from below.
Oda!
Oda almost collects another through the hatch.
He's got this. Oda. Oda! The Greek god! Down below with the nade finds a massive kill to win this game for Bliss. Version all by himself, bot metal, Fisher to get the plant down. This one's done, 7-1. Put it in the record books from Team Bliss. It's been a speed run performance.
What a day for Bliss.
Bliss up, baby.
In many respects, an expected performance, but dominant, and Version will concede defeat. Unfortunate for Desire. They gave it a good go, but it was never going to be their map. Well, that's kind of cute, isn't it?
Yeah, very cute. Doesn't matter though. Cuteness does not win games. It's sheer determination. It's also a man with a shield in your face, like a nightmare figure haunting you in your dreams. Team Bliss 7-1, and as of right now, still not even at the top of the standings because they're still 2 points behind Triple R, but they've got the round differential, and that might help them later on down in the final play day.